Professor Sheila Paul is the Provost of the University of the Commonwealth Caribbean and the Vice President of Academic Affairs. She now brings us welcome.
Freedom and dream, especially at a university dedicated to excellence, integrity, and social responsibility. We know that UCC is not just a place, it is an idea, which also can be a face of higher education, where every day we make the unknown perceivable and the impossible achievable. We know if we are to be an institution with a purpose we teach for, we must ask more of ourselves and our world. Because great ideas don't just unfurl. They must be sought out, not just thought out, but brought out of the best of ourselves. It's this commitment in everything we do that makes our work here both tremendous and true. Our leadership and innovation, much overheard, pushing us forever forward toward the pursuit of truth at its most transformative and tenacious, audaciously seeking it not just on our library shelves, but also inside our wiser selves. Truth is not in the knowing, but in the growing into both a truth seeker and a truth speaker. Meaning, we can make mountains as we run if we climb towards excellence as one. We can shape the sea as we sail, and the only way to fail is to not learn from the journey. And the only way to triumph is to share what we know to be true. So be honest, be brave, and of exemplary mind. Together, we will change our country, our world, and our kind. These words are adapted from the poet laureate Amanda Gorman, Making Mountains as We Run. Good evening, and welcome to our 2023 Convocation ceremony. Let me first acknowledge the founders of this great institution, Dr. Winston Adams and Mrs. Geraldine Adams, who may be viewing online, and all the other members of the UCC board present or viewing virtually. We recognize and thank you for joining us at this inaugural Convocation ceremony. No stranger to most of us, we acknowledge our esteemed president, Professor Dr. Haldane Davies, third president of the University of the Commonwealth Caribbean. We recognize the members of the president's cabinet. Please stand to be acknowledged. And our registrar and mace bearer. And I have the privilege of working with a distinguished cadre of faculty and dedicated staff. So please help me welcome the real architects and drivers of our academic programs at UCC. Vice Provost, Dean of our academic schools, Deans of our academic schools, heads of departments, faculty and staff. Please stand to be acknowledged. We also recognize the virtual presence of our regional campus managers and staff from Mandeville, Maypen, Montego Bay, and Ocho Rios. We acknowledge and welcome all the frontline and behind the scenes staff at UCC, admissions, human resources, student affairs, examinations, operations, finance, information and technology services, and of course, our valuable custodial and hospitality staff. and many other units working as a cohesive community. Thank you, colleagues, for all that you do with and for students that make events like this meaningful and memorable. To all our guests and the family members of our scholars, we welcome you and acknowledge you for the love and support you give our students. God knows they need it, and we need it for them. Thank you for being here tonight to encourage them throughout this professional educational journey. But most importantly, we are here this evening with pomp and ceremony to herald the beginning of a new academic year, 2023 to 2024. Convocation is a formal academic gathering and is a time when we welcome all our students from around the world, from freshmen to seniors, new and continuing, virtually and in person, who through their dreams and commitment to learning and growing will earn the distinction of academic excellence from the Ivy League institution of Jamaica, the University of the Commonwealth Caribbean. As a nationally accredited institution of higher education, we at UCC strive to prepare our students to achieve their highest educational goals and ultimately the most rewarding careers. Students, you will find a rigorous and purpose-driven curriculum, but be assured that those of us who have the privilege to serve you will go above and beyond our mandated or prescribed routines to ensure that you acquire not only academic knowledge and skills, but that you develop resiliency, that fortitude that is now needed more than ever to succeed in a challenging and dynamic environment. So we start this tradition of a convocation ceremony, and we will convene again every year because we know that the blessing comes when we see many of our deserving and dedicated students accomplish their goals. So welcome to your future. I urge you to stay connected with your peers in the Student Council who will be inducted this evening and utilize all our support services as we continue this amazing journey together. We look forward to seeing you among the graduating classes of 2024, 2025, 2026, 2027, and beyond. I am honored and humbled to be your provost, advocate, and servant leader. And I am extremely proud that you are here with us at UCC. Welcome to all of you. Sit back, relax, and enjoy this evening. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Dr. Professor Sheila Hall. We will now have an interlude of music from violinist Michael Wilson. A round of applause. And now we'll have the presidential address. Professor Haldane Davies is the third president of UCC, and he now brings his address.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Thank you, Provost. Also, thank you, Mr. Wilson, for that excellent rendition of Wind Beneath My Wing. Good day to all. to our founders and board of directors, I take this opportunity to salute you and to thank you for your guidance and support in helping to execute the mission of this university. To our students, I greet you and thank you for all your important decisions that you have taken and made to choose the University of the Commonwealth Caribbean as your provider of choice for higher or tertiary education on your journey in this life. To our faculty represented here today, who employ creative approaches to teaching and learning and excite our students to persist and complete their studies, I recognize your work and commitment to student success. To our staff members who work tirelessly in the front and behind the scenes to provide the support and wraparound services that we collectively need, I acknowledge you today. Since our last gathering at commencement 2023, there are those who have joined us and those who are no longer with us. In particular, I would like to mention the passing of one of our technology students, Mr. Bradley Walcott, and the untimely passing of our very own colleague and co-worker at the Montego Bay campus, Miss Peter Gay Jones. I ask that we pause for a moment of silence in honor of these fallen members of the UCC community. Life is indeed fragile. Today we are here, and tomorrow we are gone. It was a saying that my parents shared with me. But I like to change that somewhat and say, today we are here, and today we are gone. So let us make a deliberate effort to live our best life now, to pay attention to balanced nutrition, regular exercise, intake of water, adequate sunshine, moderation in all that we do, intake of clean air, adequate rest, and of course, trust in a higher power. I am thrilled and excited to welcome all of you to Convocation 2023. Convocation, by definition, is the act or process of calling an assembly of persons to a meeting. In higher or tertiary education, it is a ceremonial gathering of students, faculty, and staff to usher in the start of a new academic year and commit to a theme of igniting, discovering, and impacting our world. Convocation is also a time to renew our focus on the mission of this institution. The mission to prepare students to become exceptional business and community leaders, innovators and scholars in a caring and intellectually stimulating academic environment. All community members are valued, respected, and challenged to embrace excellence, integrity, and social responsibility. We live at a time when nations are angry with each other. Communities are challenged and at times upset with each other and among each other. And yet, a time when men and women are needed to stand firm on principle, resist unethical and trite behavior, and stand for the right even though the heavens fall. So each of us are part of the UCC opportunity to live out our theme and help to inspire hope in our individual and collective futures. In this nation of Jamaica, land we love. We are not alone in our quest to ensure a sustainable economic base through the progressive development of human capital. At a time when the trade deficit stood at US $5.84 billion in 2022, and when JTEC has determined that 65% of the working population is deemed to be skilled and qualified, but not certified, you have certainly made an important decision to enroll at UCC and persist to graduation. You, are new and returning students, have chosen to align yourselves with a community of scholars who are on a quest to ignite your passion for excellence, inspire you to discover your gifts and talents, and use our collective creativity and learning to impact this country, our region, and the world. We realize that as an expanding institution, we continue to address our opportunities for improvement and welcome your comments and suggestions should we slip along the way. We celebrate you as students for the significant steps that you have taken to enhance your capacity and capabilities, to ignite your latent passion for knowledge and understanding, to expand your horizon and contribute to the economic stability of the country, and to improve your quality of life and living. We celebrate you, our esteemed faculty, for the outstanding role you play in facilitating the discovery and transfer of knowledge, understanding, and wisdom that enables students to wisely deploy learning and to think creatively about the future. For committing to excellent teaching, innovative research, and responsive community service, we thank you. We celebrate you, our dedicated and committed staff and administrators, for the guidance that you provide to our students and the service you render to customers as part of our mission, vision, and core values. For the constant support mechanisms that keep the machinery oiled and polished, and your commitment to overall student success. We are grateful for you. We celebrate you, our board and owners, for your vision and valuable support in forging the collective success of this institution and ensuring that the policies, procedures, and resources are available for enrollment growth, teaching, research, service, and financial sustainability. A little more than a month ago, we graduated 774 students like you who made the commitment to complete their degrees amidst the highs and lows of their educational journey and persisted to completion. These individuals and many thousands of our alumni serve this nation and our region every day in various roles across the public and private sectors. I urge and encourage you to stay focused and continue to the end of your journey. I look forward to congratulating you as you walk across the stage to receive, whether it's your certificate, diploma, or degree in the years ahead. It is truly wonderful and heartwarming to see you here physically present in this auditorium today. And to the many more on the virtual platform viewing us at this time. It gives us all a collective hope that this nation, Jamaica, and region will have a cadre of future thinking professionals who have availed themselves of the opportunity to ignite, discover, and impact their personal world and the wider world of fellow humankind. I urge each of you to stay focused on the goals and objectives that brought you to this institution. Goals to expand your horizons through critical thinking skills and your abilities to be creative with the knowledge gained along the journey. Goals to improve your quality of life and living as you inspire your family, loved ones, and community members. Goals to inspire your earning power and to increase your earning power and the value of your service to organizations and to people. And goals to make our nation stronger and more resilient. I strongly encourage you, our students, new and continuing, to build meaningful relationships with your fellow classmates by attending as many face-to-face classes on our campuses across Jamaica to the extent possible. Although we were ushered into a virtual classroom world as a result of the pandemic, there is nothing like personal interaction with professors and fellow students as together we ignite, discover, and impact our world. In the next month or two, we will formally launch the new collaborative UCC Strategic Plan 2023 to 2028, also titled Igniting, Discovering, Impacting Our World, which contains many initiatives to provide improved services to our students, faculty, staff, and alumni. You will each receive a link to that plan so you can see the direction of this great institution of higher education and feel proud of the part that each one will play in our continued growth and development. Emphasis will be placed on 7 areas of focus to include leadership and strategy, client service and operations, financial growth, sustainability and resilience, institutional renewal and workforce advancement, economic advancement and community engagement, measurement, analysis, and knowledge management, and lastly, assessment and use of results. Tonight, one of our new students, Mr. Michael Wilson, performed beautifully on the violin. Do you agree with me? Let's give a round of applause again. I met Mr. Wilson at a gathering where I was given the keynote address not too long ago and invited him to attend UCC and pursue his academic career with us. He will not only be studying here, but also leading the development of our co-curricular arts program in music, drama, dance, and singing, among others. Beginning this semester. I look forward to the development of the program that is projected to culminate with the UCC Philharmonic Orchestra in the not too distant future. Also be on the lookout for the President for a Day initiative, which begins this semester for undergraduate students and next semester for graduate students. One of our students, one of you, will have the opportunity to serve as president of UCC for a day. You will sit in my office, lead a cabinet meeting with the vice presidents, attend scheduled meetings, and submit a feasible and durable project that in your judgment will enhance the effectiveness of the university and which the institution can implement during this academic year. In return, I will take your place and become a student for a day. By attending all your classes, questioning your professors, having lunch in the break areas or under the trees, and dressing like a student on that day. So you won't see me in a jacket and tie. We also look forward to a sports, family, health, and wellness day, which will occur during the course of the academic year. I look forward to meeting you in the tug of war and many other activities. There will also be something for everyone, so bring the family and be there. For students outside of Jamaica, a virtual event will be organized for you with your respective houses or preparations made for you to view the live action on that day. I must say that we take academic integrity seriously here at UCC. We expect everyone to be honest, ethical, and truthful in our work, our assessments, and all that we do. We expect high standards, respect, and dignity among us. We are on a journey together to ignite, discover, and impact our world. So let us be mindful of the following traits that must be avoided along the way. Do not be threatened by a focus on competing with artificial intelligence. Rather, use your learning to explore new knowledge. Look beyond rote learning and regurgitation of concepts to engender creativity and discovery, supported by measured steps of strategic risk. At UCC, we recognize the burden of so many of our students who need assistance to help them cross the finish line. This is why we take steps to offer a variety of tuition credit options to all students. However, there are those who may yet need additional assistance. So through the UCC Ignite Community Impact Fund, all students, faculty, staff, and directors will have the opportunity to contribute financially through a small allotment for students from the miscellaneous fee and other resources that will come from our staff, our faculty, and resources and directors, so that we'll be able to assist a fellow student along the academic pathway. Beginning this semester, $1,000 from every student attending UCC as part of the miscellaneous fee will be ascribed to this particular fund. Because we do not know when our turn may come. And all of us will need to give so that all of us could receive when that need may arise. And I will continue to set the pace. When we launched this softly over a few months ago, I think it's almost a year ago, I personally contributed Jamaica $155,000, and will do that again in the next few days. As president, I listened to many requests for assistance from students who need our collective assistance. And since none of us, as I said a minute ago, know when our turn may come, Let us share from a heart of gratitude and thanksgiving, for in so doing, your rewards will come back to you in multiple forms. So I'm expecting everyone, all of our faculty, all of our staff, to contribute liberally to this cause. So let us embrace this academic year with vigor, hope, and anticipation for success. You are a true success when you help others to be successful. The road ahead may be rocky at times, but our destination is in sight. In the abbreviated words of Davina Barnett, former Miss Universe Jamaica, quote, patience is sometimes bitter, but the fruit is sweet, end of quote. So colleagues, as students, faculty, staff, alumni, directors, stay consistent, stay committed, and stay connected as together we ignite, discover, and impact our world. God bless you, and may He bless the University of the Commonwealth Caribbean.
Thank you very much, Professor Haldane Davis, President of the UCC. I think it's only fitting that after such great announcements and as we assimilate the President's message, that we have another musical interlude from Mr. Michael Wilson. A round of applause for him, please. Student leadership is an important part of UCC experience. And recently, the Student Council for the year 2023-2024 was elected. We will now have the inauguration of that Student Council body, and that will be led by Mrs. Andrea Ray. Mrs. Ray is the Vice President of Student Affairs, Enrollment Management, and our Wellness Program here at UCC. Please give her a round of applause as she.
Thank you, Mr. Mackenzie. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. I present to you the Student Council Executives for installation for the academic year 2023-2024. I now invite virtually the campus and departmental representatives for installation. Before I do that though, I want us to bear in mind that good leaders are made, not born. If you have desire and willpower, you can become an effective leader. Good leaders develop through a never-ending process of self-study, education, training, and experience. With this in mind, it is my pleasure this evening to install the newly elected Student Council Executives for the University of the Commonwealth Caribbean. So I now again invite virtually the campus and departmental representatives. I will begin with Mr. Dean Anderson, Regional Chairperson for the Mandeville campus. Also, Ms. Peter Gay Sinclair, Regional Chairperson for the Maypen campus. I also present Mr. Justin Timothy Freighter, Regional Chairperson for the Montego Bay campus. Ms. Geneva Tracy, Department Representative, Tourism and Hospitality Management. Ms. Jaden Ellis, Department Representative, Information Technology and Mathematics. We also have Ms. Anna K. Obbs, Department Representative, Business, Entrepreneurship and management. We also have Ms. Tadish McGowan, Department Representative, General Studies and Behavioral Sciences. And last, but certainly not least, Mr. Ashani Taylor, Caribbean and International Student Representative. And so I invite these campus and departmental representatives to raise their right hands. It is your responsibility to coordinate and strengthen student representation and lead a team of representatives within your own campus, department, on strategic campus and departmental requirement, opportunities, and issues. You shall consult with students and represent these views through meetings and committees that ensure that all changes and improvements that happen as a result of feedback will always be communicated to students. Do you collectively pledge to fulfill the duties and responsibilities of the Office of Campus and Departmental Representative and serve to the best of your ability the members of your council? If so, please answer, I do.
I do.
I do.
All right, thank you. I now, colleagues, present the student life representative, and that is Miss Natalia Burton. I invite Miss Burton to raise her right hand. Miss Burton, it is your responsibility to promote a vibrant UCC student life through sportsmanship, and we had our president talk about our sports day, through healthy competition and recreational fun for the campus and the community. Ms. Burton, you will also strive to provide leadership and coordinate and support activities to assist with the development of a stronger and more active environment on campus. Do you pledge to support the duties and responsibilities of the Office of Student Life Representative and serve to the best of your ability the members of your council? If so, please answer, I do.
I do.
Thank you. I now present in person Ms. Simone Ellis, Public Relations Officer. Please invite Ms. Ellis to join me on stage. Ms. Ellis, it is your responsibility. Please raise your right hand. Thank you. It is your responsibility to foster active student participation, build the awareness and relevance of the student council to all stakeholders, both internally and externally, on the campus and in the wider community. It is your responsibility to track important information and promote development through an effective student council. Do you pledge to fulfill the duties and responsibilities of the Office of Public Relations and serve to the best of your ability? If you do, if so, please say I do. Thank you. Thank you. All right, so I now invite virtually the Executive Secretary, Ms. Amoya Patrick. Please raise your right hand. Thank you. Ms. Patrick, as Secretary, it is your responsibility to chronicle the business of the council through complete accurate and timely minutes of all meetings. It is also your duty to keep all council records and carry on the correspondence of the council. Do you pledge to fulfill the duties and responsibilities of the secretary and to serve to the best of your ability the members of your council? If so, say I do.
I do.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
I now present the treasurer. Mr. Anthony Dockery, please raise your right hand. Mr. Dockery, as treasurer, it is your responsibility to coordinate fundraising activities for the council. Ensure that proper accounting practices and procedures of the council are done in accordance to standard best practices and to present an up-to-date report on the finances of the council to the student executives. Do you pledge to fulfill these duties and the responsibilities of the treasurer and to serve to the best of your ability the members of your council? If so, answer, I do.
I do.
Thank you. I now present the vice presidents, both virtually and in person. So I invite Ms. Marcella Reed in person and Mr. Tajay Hamilton virtually. Please raise your right hand. As vice president, it is your responsibility to preside at all meetings of the council in the absence of the president. As vice president, it is also your duty to oversee all committee activities, act as a general assistant to the president, and chair the executive committee. Do you pledge to fulfill the duties and responsibilities of vice president and to serve to the best of your ability the members of your council?
I do.
Thank you. All right, the moment we are waiting for, I now present the president, Mr. Jerome Robinson. Mr. Robinson, please raise your right hand. It is now my distinct honor and privilege to install the person whom you have elected to lead the council as president. Mr. Jerome Robinson, as president, your duties and responsibilities are vast and varied. As Chief Executive Officer of the UCC Student Council, it will be your overall duty to maintain the organization's health during this academic year, 2023-2024. As president, you will preside at all meetings, appoint committees, and shall represent the council at all official organization gatherings. Do you pledge to fulfill the duties and responsibilities of the president and to serve to the best of your ability the students of the University of the Commonwealth Caribbean? If so, please answer, I do.
I do.
Thank you. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we will now have the passing of the torch. So I have the distinct privilege of passing the torch to one of the new vice presidents.
Some brightly burning, some darkly cold. There is a spirit who brings a fire, ignites a candle, and makes his own. Seek out the hopeless, confused and torn. To speak, take your candle, go light your world. Take your candle, go light your world.
Thank you. I now pass the torch to Miss Marcella Reed as a symbol of the delegation of authority and responsibility for the academic year 2023-2024. Go light your way. Thank you. I now turn the reins over to the new Student Council representative, Mr. Jerome Robinson. We will now have Mr. Robinson.
To my fellow colleagues,
Go ahead with your question.
it is with great pride and humility that I express sincere gratitude for the overwhelming support that I have received in order to become your Student Council President for this noble institution, the University of the Commonwealth Caribbean, UCC. I am here and I am ready to serve your best interests and to represent you all well. As we look forward to a tenure filled with servant leadership and pragmatism, I remain at your service. To all my colleagues and also my Student Council executive, yes, my council executive, thank you. It is my pleasure to be able to represent you on matters of institutional importance. The confidence vote in favor of my presidency is just a testament to the level of representation that you seek. I will work tirelessly to ensure that all our concerns and our issues are addressed. As this new academic year is about to commence, I want to take this opportunity to wish you all a successful semester. And let me also take this opportunity to welcome all the new students to UCC. You have taken the first step to professional development, which is an esteemed experience to increase self-confidence. I will leave you all with this quote from John Maxwell. The pessimist complain about the wind. The optimist expected to change, but a great leader adjusts the sail. I want to ask UCC a question. Are you ready for my office to represent my colleagues, my fellow colleagues on the professional level? Because we are ready. From the desk, from the office of your Student Council representative for the year 2023 to 2024, have yourself a successful semester and at large, a successful academic year. Thank you.
Indeed, the president of the Student Council is ready. Just before we take the vote of thanks and the closing prayer from Dr. Dawkins, I would like to ask you to remain seated at the end of the program for the recessional of the president's party. Refreshments will be served on the outside. Dr. Yvonne Dawkins is the Vice Provost of Academic Affairs, and she brings us now oath of thanks and closing prayers. Thank you.
Good evening, everyone. On behalf of the administration, faculty, and staff of the University of the Commonwealth Caribbean, I thank you for joining us this evening as we officially commence the new academic year 2023 to 2024. Thank you to those of you who joined us in person and those of you who joined us online. We thank all who participated in the program and heartily congratulate the new Students' Council, which was sworn in this evening. Please stand with me for the closing prayer. God our Father, as we leave this ceremony, we leave to begin our new semester. May we begin with excitement and anticipation, yet with tolerance and patience. May we be eager to learn, yet eager to share what we know. Bless us with good health and a positive attitude. Bless us with friendships and supportive relationships. Give us the courage to face the challenges that may come this year. Give us the kind of attitude that keeps us learning and growing through each experience. This evening, we ask that you take us home safely and bring us back to continue our great adventure of learning. Bring us back to ignite, discover, and impact our world. These things we pray in your Son's name. Amen. Please remain in place for the procession of the President's Party.